Hello. Our project is Inside Jokes, detecting humor using glove vectors and other features. The main goal for this project is classifying text as humorous or not. This is a very challenging task. Humans often disagree on what is funny and what is not, and jokes can take many different forms. In order to make the task more tractable, we restricted our dataset initially to contain only one-liner jokes. These are more structured and often leverage the same techniques to create humor. Our primary dataset is a corpus with around 10,000 one-liner jokes and 10,000 non-humorous sentences from Wikipedia. We tried to minimize any confounding variables our model could learn. This is why we're not filtering jokes by topic and are using sentences from random Wikipedia articles. The humorous and non-humorous examples also have similar average lengths. We set out to implement our approach by first combining handcrafted features with glove vectors. With these, we tested both a linear and neural approach. We trained an RNN and an SVM using 100-dimensional glove embeddings and additional features to capture semantic and syntactic features of the input. We used F1 scores as our evaluation metric, as was standard among the papers we studied. For our manual features, we looked at a couple possibilities. Our first was bigrams. We measured bigram probability of the overall sentence by using publicly available bigram counts from BYU. We use these because jokes often have non-standard constructions or awkward wording that help create humor. For synonyms, we return the size of the largest synonym set, where each synonym is weighted by the log of its unigram count. The intuition is that jokes often use wordplay, so are more likely to have words with many common synonyms. We also looked at rhyming, where we return the number of times the most common sequence of two end sounds happen in the input. Similarly, for alliteration, we did the same thing, but for the two most common start sounds. The reasoning is that jokes often involve rhyming or play with sounds, so this feature could be helpful for the classifier. Our linear model was a support vector machine. We used the sklearn SVM using only the glove vectors as features. SVMs are a standard model used in classification, so seem to fit well to this task. We used SVM as a baseline to measure against. We obtained an F1 score of 0.913 on our test set. We also implemented a recurrent neural network. We used a bidirectional RNN running 5 layers of LSTM cells. The last layer is passed into a fully connected layer with ReLU activation using softmax cross-entropy loss. For our hyperparameters, we used a hidden backsize of 200, learning rates and lambda value of 0.001, and L2 regularization. This model obtained an F1 score of 0.934, so slightly better than the SVM. So SVMs are linear models that draw a separating hyperplane in a hyperspace. The SVM fits well to classification and can be used with high accuracy on small inputs. However, as you can see from our initial test, it does not get the accuracy gains that more complex models do as dataset sizes increase. RNNs do require more training data in order to see good results. However, because of their ability to learn semantics and their nonlinearity, they usually outperform linear models. This is mirrored in our results so far, and we expect this to continue as we scale up our dataset size. Now that we have all the infrastructure ready, we will spend the next week incorporating the manual features and evaluating our models on different datasets. We anticipate that the manual features will help most for the contained datasets, such as the one-liners, where the jokes share more common structure. Additionally, we would also like to see if we can use our learn models to generate jokes. Thank you very much.